Welcome back. You're still watching Morning Rush on Metro Television. We are live on DSTV channel 277, live on Facebook and YouTube is Metro TV Ghana. Follow us on Instagram, Metro TV_GH. This morning we are with the Hope for Little Lives, a non-profit organization which seeks to bring hope to little ones and their families through hope. And the hope has a meaning through health, outreach, personal grooming, and education. And this morning they will be doing some amazing thing that is coming up very, very soon. But then after the introduction, we'll do some conversations. But then allow them to introduce themselves. Allow the lady to go first, because ladies first. Yes. Okay.
Good morning once again. My name is Maame Tekyiwa Botchway. I'm a pediatric surgeon at the Greater Accra Regional Hospital, and I'm the founder and executive director of Hope for Little Lives. Okay. And the gentleman.
Good morning, and good morning to your viewers. Okay. My name is Mr Ndinyah Delanyo. I'm the brand consultant for Hope for Little Lives.
Okay. Tell us about Hope for Little Lives.
Okay, so Hope for Little Lives. Hope actually means, the hope in there, you said, has a meaning. It means health, the H, the O means outreach, the P means personal grooming, and then the E means education. So Hope for Little Lives is an organization that was conceived and founded by our director, who is sitting right next to me, to support children and their families by giving them surgical care and then helping them with their education and other things. And I think it would be best I allowed her to even speak a little about it, because she's the one behind the dream.
Yeah. What was the thought process for going into these outreach? Why did you even want to do it in the first place?
Okay, so when you look at T-shirts, I don't know if it's very clear, but when you look at T-shirts, you see the logo. So you see the shape of an egg made up of different colors, right? So the egg just signifies that children are very delicate like eggs. And you see that the egg is being supported by a black hand. So children are delicate like eggs, but when given the right support, they'll reach their potential, which is the star when they grow up. And it doesn't matter where you're coming from. It doesn't matter your socioeconomic background, your education. That's why we have different colors of the egg. So you ask why my motivation, or what inspired me to form this. So naturally, I like children, I like people. But I remember during my medical school, we went for a community outreach. We have this association, so every now and then we go to different regions, we do outreaches, and I was privileged. I'll say privileged because it opened my eyes to a lot of things in deprived regions in the northern part of Ghana. So we went to the Upper West region, Jirapa, and I've seen people being deprived. Unfortunately, I don't go to my hometown of, when you become Accra, you're in Accra, you don't really go back home. And I was born in Accra, bred in Accra, everything in Accra. So it was a very good opportunity for me. And the moment they even saw Accra, we went to different communities. When they see Accra, the children rush out, happy, excited. I saw their clothes very tattered. Honestly, I was very touched. And I realized that it's not that easy for people. So I knew I always wanted to give back, even in Accra. I'm into ministry as well, so giving back is not something new for me. So when I specialized in pediatric surgery, I saw it as a very great platform, because access to pediatric surgical care is very limited. There's not every region that has a pediatric surgeon. So I realized that it's very easy to make this impact.
I was coming to ask, is it because you are in the pediatric department, that's why you love children? But then I think for every woman, because of the motherly instincts, that is there. You spoke about surgical conditions. Let's talk about, tell us about how often you do these processes for these kids.
You mean our outreach or surgical?
No, the surgical conditions. We'll come to the outreach very soon.
Surgical conditions, there are a very wide range of surgical conditions, right from the womb. So people are born right from the womb with surgical conditions. There are people who so we call them congenital anomalies. So there are people who are born, their esophagus, that's their food pipe, is blocked. There are people who are born, their intestine is blocked. There are people who are born, they don't have an anus, so we need to construct an anus for them. So we do them every now and then. So we have infections too that can give you surgical conditions like appendicitis. We have cancers that occur in children that can be surgical as well. So there's a very wide range of surgical conditions.
Emmanuel, let's come to the outreach. When you move to the rural areas and you see these kids and you communicate with them, what are some of the experiences they share with you?
Okay, so it's an interesting experience when you go to these rural areas. I think it's very important to say a big thank you to Maame Tekyiwa Botchway here for putting me and making me part of this group. It has opened my eyes to a lot of things. We realize that most of the time we take things for granted because we have so much access to basic things over here in Accra. But over there are people that they don't even have potable drinking water. They don't have good access to medical care. There are no CHIPS compounds, there are no hospitals, there are no clinics, and so many other things. There are even kids that have to go a long distance just to get to school. And so these are the things that it opens your eyes to. And then when you come back from outreaches like this, you tend to ask yourself, what can I do to change the situation? What can I do to help the people out there? How can I give back to society? Because society has always given something to each and every one of us seated here. And so yes, we try in our little way to see what we can do to help communities like these. Yes.
Okay. Mami, this Christmas, where are you spending it?
This Christmas is Christmas in Nkoranza.
Wow.
We are going to Nkoranza. You want to go along with us?
I don't even know where Nkoranza is. Like you said,
it's
I'm born in Accra, so Charlie.
I think you should join us in one of our. We should poach you. We need one of you because it's very fulfilling. Trust me. It humbles you not to take life for granted and to take basic amenities for granted. I always tell my children, and I go along with my children, because when you wake up in the morning and you tell them that, oh, come and eat, and children are like, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like that. And I always tell them that you should be grateful because there are some people who don't even have half of what you have.
Yeah.
So I think you should organize yourself. Easter, we do it twice a year.
Okay.
So Christmas and Easter.
Okay.
So Easter, start planning.
I'll start planning now.
You are Padilla. She's been poached. So just to answer your question, we are going to Nkoranza this Christmas, and it's going to be amazing. There are lots of activities lined up. We are going to have perform surgeries. So we normally liaise with the team in Nkoranza, so the surgical team, and they do all the groundwork and they screen the patients for us. Because if you say you're going to operate and you go and there are no patients, what are you going to operate on? Yeah. So as of now, we have about 35 patients waiting. They're still screening more. So we operate over 2 days, and so there are medical and non-medical team. Yeah. Then we have a Christmas party for the children. So they chew chicken, drinks, rice, everything. And then we play games, musical chairs, and we give gifts. So we give clothes. So we package clothes very nicely, and then we give it to the children. And everywhere we go, we do, like we said, it's health, outreach, personal grooming, and education. Yeah. So we give books to the children, we identify a school or a library, or we paint a school. But this time there's a little twist to it. We are building a CHIPS compound in one of the deprived communities called Anama. Okay. They have no health facility and they have to walk miles just to access health care. So upon groundwork, we realized that there's a need there. Yeah. So that's what we are doing this time around. Yeah.
When you do all these fun activities for the kids and you're coming back to Accra, how do they react? Do they allow you to come?
They do, but initially, when they hear that, oh, you are coming, even the hospital people, they see that you are coming, they are like, okay, they are coming. But after the first day, when they see what you do, like they're like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for coming. When are you going to come again? And we're like, no, we don't go to one place, you know, simultaneously or like continuously. So we'll come again another time. And they are so grateful. God bless you. And for me, just that fulfillment of seeing, especially when you give that gift to a child and they open it and then they're like, this is my gift. And you know, the excitement that they have is very humbling. But
Emmanuel, how do you get support to do all these things? Because it's a huge project and it involves a lot of money and support. So how do you do that?
You couldn't have said it any better. It's actually a very huge task, raising money for projects like these. It's a big challenge. But we are thankful to God. We are able to do our little. And then we also have benevolent individuals and organizations that support us to be able to do these projects. I don't know if we are allowed to mention the names of some organizations.
You summarize or and just do one acknowledgement.
Okay, that's fine. And so we want to thank all our sponsors from our previous outreaches. We've been to we've been to Keita. Keita was in Easter of this year. And then now we are going to Nkoranza. There are people who have already supported us to make Nkoranza possible. But we are also looking for more support. Like Mami just said, we are building a CHIPS compound. And I'm sure if I tell you the budget for the CHIPS compound, you might open your mouth a bit. It's about $50,000 because we are building a very good CHIPS compound that would house
$50.
Hey, how much is cement?
I know.
50,000.
And so the CHIPS compound will house the health workers in there, such that they're able to stay there and do their job that they are supposed to do. And then, of course, Anama is quite deprived, so you do want to put in some amenities that encourage these people to want to stay in such communities to support them. And so, yes, when you look at it, we have put all this together to make sure that these people are able to access healthcare. And so, yes, would also take the opportunity to ask a lot more companies and individuals to come on board to support us. Doctor will talk more about our GoFundMe and our mobile money numbers and other things that people can use to support this project.
Okay. So Mami, will you take us through that? And finally you touch on where you see yourself in the next 2-5 years with the organization.
Okay. So like the last said, you can't do anything without money. You know, the luchi is very important. So please, we need a lot of money. Please. This Christmas, you know, there's a saying that Kitwe bien so I'm coming to Josh you after this. I'm coming to Josh you.
I can be in the insano.
Don't worry. It will go a long way. So we have Momo account. We have a GoFundMe. So our Momo account is 059-739-3785. 059-739-3785. Or 0244-296841. And trust me, everything that you do we use it for what we are supposed to do. Sometimes our money even goes into it. And we have a GoFundMe account which you can access via our website at www.hopeforlittlelives.com. So it's HOPEFORLIVES.com, hopeforlittlelives.com. Where do we see ourselves in the next 5 years? There's a lot we need to do. We've already covered 3 out of the 16 regions.
Wow.
And if we do this twice in a year, in 5 years, we wouldn't even have finished, you know. So in the next 5 years is our prayer and our hope and our desire that we'll be able to touch as many lives as possible. When we went to Keita and we painted the school and we gave them books and we asked the children what they wanted to be, you know, some of them mentioned scientists, teachers, professors, nurses, policemen, and we were once like that. You know, I was once a little girl, but I had some foundation. Some support, so our prayer is that with a little support we are given, one day these children will come to be, because they are our future, they are the next generation. So let's extend, because a child today may be your doctor in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years. And sometimes we tend to lose cognizance of these things, thinking that we are the ones going to reign all the time. But if you don't empower the next generation, they are the same people who are going to take care of you when you're old. So this is the time. This is what we have to do.
Maame Emmanuel, we wish you all the best, and we are hoping that the support comes in so that within a year, at least the outreach could be 4 instead of 2. We are just hoping and praying that you'll be successful in all your endeavors. Thank you for coming. You're still